If you are Gen X, congratulations. You are inherently tougher than most left out there wandering around. You're stronger. You've been through more. You've endured more. You didn't have all this technology telling you what to do, telling you how to feel, telling you how to live. If you're Gen X, you made decisions based on instincts. You made your way through life with blood, sweat, and tears. Because life was the way it was for you, you were able to build your mind up, build up your thoughts, your imagination. You had imagination. Nowadays, kids have technology that ruined their imagination. I dare any Gen Z kid to know what it means to have thick skin. If you were to say, dude, you need a thick skin, they'd probably have no idea what you were talking about, right? But let's talk about that. Let's talk about thick skin. Let's talk about having a thick skin. Let's talk about the fact that most of these Gen Z kids barely have any skin at all. When I started out in the tire business, busting tires, back in about 2005, and it was like this moment for me as I was the only woman in the shop. Not much has changed, but I felt proud of myself. I felt confident. And actually, it was fun kicking it with the guys. It was fun being able to lift and do the same work that my male counterparts were doing. Fast forward 20 years later. And not only am I still the only woman, but I'm a lot older, obviously. And now we've got these younger kids who are stronger and faster, but yet they go to work and they complain about how much they hate their job. They complain how depressed they are because of their job. They complain so much that I'm just like, why the fuck are you here then? One Gen Z kid had the audacity to say, because he was in the tire business and then he left because he has dreams, big dreams of being famous. You know what I'm talking about. But he comes back because he needs money, right? And he's there, he works like he's there for a paycheck. Those of you who know what I'm talking about. So one day he says to one of my coworkers, I can't believe you guys work this hard every day. That is the mind of a Gen Z kid when it comes to real work. So now, not only have our men become more weak, more lazy, more sick, more put down, like there's no hope. Where is the hope for these guys to be strong, masculine men that the world needs them to be? Who's teaching them how to do this? Who's teaching them about being strong protectors? Yeah, this is old school talk. Yes. A lot of Gen X people wonder this. A lot of Gen X men are seeing this and looking and going, wow. And as a Gen X woman, like I said, and I'm the youngest of the Gen X crowd, so, but watching these kids, because that's what they are, and that's what they act like. There's a few good ones out there, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying all Gen Z boys. But I am just going, wow. Where's the drive to be, a provider? They want it all easy. They want to get rich on the internet. And the idea of doing any physical labor to get there is unheard of. Look how many people are freaking out over their Snap bullshit because they're too lazy. Not all of them. Oh, I've already caught heat for posting something on Facebook about this, don't get me wrong. But as someone who could have, and at one point I was getting government help for a certain medication long time ago. And it felt wrong. It felt weird. It felt like, ew, I don't want to be a part of this. I am too good for this, I'll say that. I was born to work hard for myself, to provide for myself. And yeah, I got a job as soon as I could because I didn't want any handouts. And now here we got all these people. Weak as fuck, for one. Weak as fuck. Crying because they made bad decisions and they didn't want to, work to get out of it, so they just rely. You can hate me, I don't care. Like I said, I'm not talking about all of them because that's a terrible generalization. For all the ones I'm seeing on this app, cry. Grown men crying. You seen that one with that guy? I'm sure it's gone viral. Who he's like, you guys work for me. I don't have to do shit to work. I don't have, no, piss on him. And piss on those people. Because y'all are just a reminder of how weak we are becoming. And the weaker we are, the easier it is for them to control you. But no one wants to see that because no one wants to do the fucking work. Fuck. Bunch of weak motherfuckers. Gen X for life, yo. All my Gen Xers. We had a good run, didn't we?